God bless you. This is Michael A. Mitchell, Director of Appreciation Sunday. Appreciation Sunday is not just a program. Appreciation Sunday is a growth ministry of the United Pentecostal Church International. Appreciation Sundays is a powerful evangelistic tool, raising the profile and the visibility of the church in that community. Appreciation Sunday partners with the local community leaders in honoring those that have served with distinction. Appreciation Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, is about building relationship. Please join me in welcoming David K. Bernard, General Superintendent of the United Pentecostal Church International, as he introduces the Sunday podcast hosted by Appreciation Sunday. Bishop Bernard.
Welcome to the Sunday podcast presented by Appreciation Sunday, a growth ministry of the United Pentecostal Church International. The Sunday podcast is where we help pastors and churches maximize their reach by exposing their church to their community in new and fresh ways. Appreciation Sunday was launched in 2016, and Brother Michael Mitchell, pastor of New Life Tabernacle in Brooklyn, New York, was appointed as its director. In addition to Brother Mitchell, let me introduce you to the following members of the team: Brother Michael Watts, Brother Santy Jimenez, Brother Ryan Allmon, Brother Nathan Scoggins, Brother Court Chavis, Brother John Burnett, Brother Rashidi Collins, and Brother Aaron Bryant. With me, I have Brother Santy Jimenez of Miami, Florida, Brother Ryan Allmon of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm so excited they're able to be here. So they've got some questions for me, and I have some questions for them.
Bishop, as the overseer of Appreciation Sunday, what is your overall vision for Appreciation Sunday?
To me, Appreciation Sunday is a very important tool for reaching the community. So I envision it as a way to get new people coming to church, exposed to the power of the Holy Spirit, the apostolic faith, but also a way that our churches can engage the community, to serve the community, to give back to the community, and become known in the community.
Now, why is it important to the church or for the church to connect with the community leaders?
It's important because we're trying to minister to the whole community, and so we want to touch everyone. It makes sense that we touch the leaders. We want them to know that we exist, that we want to help the city, help the community, and also, of course, there will be a time when they'll be able to help us, and it's good if we can pick up the phone and call them and say, we need your help.
You know, Bishop, there are pastors that are not accustomed to doing this type of function in their communities. They're pastoring, preaching, praying, but maybe not as involved in communities. Why should a pastor actually take the time and invest the energy in trying to engage with their community through something like Appreciation Sunday?
Well, of course, as pastors, we're focused on evangelism and discipleship. So you're right, it might seem like, well, we don't have to do some of this other stuff. But really, if you step back and look at evangelism in the big picture, we're not just trying to win one soul here, one soul there. We're trying to impact the entire community. And if you're going to impact the community, you need to impact the leaders. They need to know we're here, and they need to know what we're doing. And they need the gospel too, just as much as everybody else. And as I said, we can form partnerships where when the church needs help from the community, we know who to go to, and the people we go to already know us and already trust us.
So from, I guess, a leadership standpoint, this brand new ministry, Appreciation Sunday, what do you see it accomplishing maybe over the next 5 years for our fellowship?
Well, I hope that in the next 5 years, more and more churches will participate, so that we'll have hundreds of churches, maybe even 1,000 churches in the major cities of North America, as well as small towns and communities. I hope that we can increase the visibility of the United Pentecostal Church International and the apostolic faith in our nation.
Amazing.
So, as pastors and members of the Appreciation Sunday Committee, How do you measure the day's success?
I'll take this, I guess, Brother Santy. I feel that the success of any outreach venture is not just the amount of people that show up. It's what we do with the information after they come. And so true success looks like having names and contacts and phone numbers of people that you can re-engage with, that you've impacted in a positive way. So I feel that the best way to really measure our success is not just we had 300 guests, or we had 100 guests, or we had 50 guests, but having a meaningful connection have happened while they were there, and then capturing good information that we can then use to follow up, establish Bible studies, and things of that nature.
Just think about the opportunities that open up for your church and for you. Opportunities like the mayor calling you, telling you, I'm feeling sick. My wife is in the hospital. My son has cancer. Can you pray for me? Can you pray for them? So those are opportunities. So these opportunities open up in various ways. There is a door that opens when you see the results as far as the success and the measure, how to measure these successes. Opportunities would open up.
So let me ask you another question then, which both of you can answer if you wish, but what mechanisms do you want to use after that day to increase your chances of success?
Well, many churches use a lot of different systems to maintain good records on their saints or the people, the guests that come to their church. I would say to any pastor who is considering hosting an Appreciation Sunday event, pastor, it would behoove you to get you something that is simple and concise. I don't want to necessarily promote any particular software management system, but I would say call something that will allow you to call, to text, to email, and to some type of way physically get in contact with the people that have come. One of the biggest mistakes I feel we make when we host events, evangelistic block parties, whatever it is we get all fired up with all the people that are there, but nobody's gathered good information. You know, usually when we host an event, what we'll do is we'll say, hey, there's a giveaway. The only way you can be a part of the giveaway is if you sign up on this sheet, take a ticket, and we're going to call that ticket's number. And we might do a big giveaway to entice everybody to give us good information. And so sometimes we'll even have people to make sure it's a good number, that nobody just gave us a random number. But you're going to need some software. If you don't have software and you say, well, I don't have a big budget like that, you can get an Excel spreadsheet and sit somebody down with a computer and say, just put in a name, put in a phone number, and get an email and make sure it's a good one. And let's get that information and use that information then to follow up. It's not all that what's happening at the event that's most important. It's what we do with the information after that event is ended. Bishop Bernard, considering the fact that I believe it was Maya Angelou that said, people will forget what you said, they'll forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Can we talk a little bit about how important it is to make our community feel appreciated, to make people from within our community feel special? Talk a little bit about how important that is, in your opinion.
You know, we've talked about this as a strategy, but I think we really ought to talk about it as personal relationships. This is not a gimmick. This is a sincere effort to connect with people. And we might look at some of the leaders of our community, whether it's our first responders or school teachers or whatever demographic we're trying to speak to, and we might look at them as high members of the community, but they're humans like everybody else.
Right.
They have needs like everybody else. And in our culture, they're underappreciated. And for a church to take the time to say, we value what you're doing for our community, that means more than giving them an offering. Yeah. Because you are touching their heart and you're validating them. Everybody wants to have purpose and meaning in their life. And when you as a church, as people of God, say, you have value to our community, you have blessed us, then that's going to touch them.
That's amazing. And through the Sunday podcast, what we aim to see happen is to offer to pastors and churches fresh perspective, practical plans, and even maybe present some grand possibilities so you and your church can have a greater impact in its community.
Thank you for joining for the Sunday podcast.